halfway through the season, do the same. We're going to act like this is a new episode 1. What's going to go out for the turn of this season. This has been one of the most competitive seasons. Hasn't been the biggest of quarterback play. Teams are winning in different ways. So now I'm going to just look at the AFC, NFC, and they're both of their playoff pictures. And I'm going to say, looking at this playoff picture, 2 teams that I think are going to be in the AFC championship. We're not in the championship, but 2 teams I see as the best in the AFC right now, and 2 teams I see as the NFC right now. Okay. I'm going to list off the AFC first. Who knows how long this is going to be, but let's just get to it. Bills are number 1. Chiefs are 2nd. Ravens are 3rd. Titans are 4th. Jets are 5th. Miami Dolphins are 6th. And Chargers are 7th. Now we're just gonna.
Hold on, you said Bills, Chiefs, Ravens, Titans,
Jets 5th, Dolphins 6th, Chargers 7th. Just to take this slowly because I'm listing it off. I'm gonna also have it on the screen for you guys to see. It would mean if the playoffs started this week, the Bills would have a first round bye. Yeah. The Chiefs would play the Chargers in Arrowhead. The Ravens would play the Dolphins in Baltimore, and the Titans would play the Jets in Tennessee. Just looking at the way that goes, my 2 AFC teams that I like right now are the Chiefs. Chiefs because the only reason that I would not say the Bills is because I think the Bills, if you put them in a tough position where they have to put, and Josh Allen just got hurt, but not even that. That's not the reason. The real reason is I don't like them when they have to be very battle tested. I think the Chiefs, them beating the Chiefs is a great win, but I just think they're a team that if they come out, they're prone to come out bad one day and lose. And in the playoffs, it's about matchups, and you come out bad and you lose. My second, and the Chiefs don't do that. The Chiefs, they figure out a way to win games, like that Titans game. It's just something about the Chiefs where if it is a close game, I think Patrick Mahomes 9 times out of 10 is going to figure out a way to win, and I don't know if I put that in Josh Allen.
No.
Okay, my second is the Dolphins.
Wait, hold on.
Okay.
Because I just said no. I said no very, very fast. I don't think no to that.
Okay.
I don't think no to that. I think Josh Allen can do that.
Okay. And my second is the Dolphins. And I say the Dolphins just because I think there's always a streaky team. Obviously, logically, the Bills probably would be second. Not probably. The Bills are second. But me, this is just calling it. The Dolphins, I like the Dolphins. They're streaky. Every time Tua plays, they win. They have the best wide receiver in the league right now in Tyreek Hill. Maybe you want to argue with that. Okay, absolutely. I didn't think you would. And Jalen Waddle, they're the best duo. Jalen Waddle is very, 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 very good. You could say A.J. Brown and okay. So the Dolphins are just that team where I think that they're gonna get hot and they're gonna put up a lot of points. And if you can't put up as much points as them, oh well, you're probably gonna lose. Right. So those are my 2 FC teams. That's my little spiel. Floor is yours.
I don't have 2 teams. I have 3 teams as well, just like you do, and they are the same 3 teams. I like the Bills, I like the Chiefs, and I like the Dolphins.
In that order?
It's interesting. I have to see how the season plays out. The thing with the Dolphins is Tua getting the injury and having that concussion, because I think the Dolphins have only lost 2 games. It's either 2 or 3.
It's 2. It's 3.
The problem with that is that they are going to be the wild card seed, so they're going to be the team that has to keep going on the road. If you remember the last time I was on this podcast, I said that in the playoffs, the weather plays a part that most people don't really realize. And the Dolphins, I think, would beat just about every team in the AFC if they got to play in Miami every game. Since they might have to go on the road, I think the Bills or the Chiefs could get them, absolutely. But across the board, with the scheme as well, I don't like majority of teams as much as I like the Dolphins. They get the ball downfield. They have 2 receivers that are bullies. They have a running attack that they get the outside to, a solid offensive line, and then they just added Bradley Chubb to a defense that gives up less than 25 points a game. You added just the Dolphins are very, very good. The problem is Tua got the concussion. They are behind the Bills, and the Bills are the number 1 seed, so they would need, which Josh Allen is hurt right now, so they would need a lot of luck the Bills would have to basically go on a skid and lose some games. The Dolphins need to be the high seed in their division and make sure that they are at home and not on the road. If they have to go on the road, I don't think that they can play that football in cold weather. They can't play that football in cold weather. I can agree. So that's just, but the same thing happened to the Colts for years in the Peyton Manning era. The Colts would throw for 1,000,000 yards, and when we get to the playoffs, we would not have a better record than the Patriots. So we have to always go to Foxborough, and it looked like, you feel me? It would just be snowing, and you can't play that way anymore. Mm-hmm. And it fits into the Patriots style of play. So style of play, as it gets later into the ball game, is going to matter.
Bills later into the season.
Mm-hmm. It's going to be Bills Chiefs, and the Bills Chiefs. Flip a coin. Right. You know what I mean? Flip a coin. It is what it is.
That's honestly, I have nothing. Because that's, probably.
I like the Jets, too. The Jets just don't have the quarterback.
And I was going to ask about that. Yeah, the Jets being at 5th, you think they're going to stay there? You think
Jets make the playoffs?
And these are the bubble teams. The Patriots, just so you can see, Patriots, Bengals, Colts. Which one of those bubble teams looks a little dangerous? Looks a little interesting.
None of them. If one makes it would be the Bengals. But the problem with the Bengals is their offensive line didn't retool the way that it needed to. So, I think the Chargers are fakers, but with it being said, somebody got to make it. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Yeah. I would hope it'd be the Bengals, but you're out. Jamar Chase is out. It's a bye week this week. Maybe he comes back next week. It's just, the offensive line's terrible, dude.
All right. You got anything else you want to say AFC, or you want to go to NFC?
AFC wise, who you think wins it?
Chiefs. Just because, like I said, you say it's 50-50 coin toss, and I agree at the end of the day it probably is. But even with that coin toss, they say, it's like a saying that the head is a little bit, well, actually not positive, it's 50-50. But I'm just going to say that coin seems a little bit heavier on the Chiefs side, because I think
just because
if it's the end of the game and the score is close, and I think Patrick Mahomes is more likely to figure out to pull it out than the Bills. Now, this is interesting because I said this on this podcast. I can't think what episode it was or the show. The Bills did beat the Chiefs in a tiebreaker game. So if they play in Buffalo, I mean,
it's not gonna matter.
So you think the location doesn't matter?
Same type of weather. It's not gonna matter.
Then I think Kansas City.
Kansas and Buffalo same type of weather, bro.
But you think being at home, but okay. All that being said, then even more.
Patrick Mahomes and the boys now.
Then that makes my feeling even more that I got the Chiefs. If it's Bills Chiefs, I think it's literally 52% to 48.
I really hope that and this is gonna sound messed up, but I really hope Josh Allen is hurt for a couple weeks and the Bills lose a couple games. So it just makes it more interesting. I hope the Dolphins end up winning the division, just so it's more interesting.
That is interesting.
I think the Dolphins can beat every single team in this division if they play in Miami. I don't know if it's going to work in the cold. It's not to say it won't, because the reality is they still score 45 points a game.
The Dolphins not being at home is very big to you.
Yeah. They score 45 points a game, bro. Not every team can just walk in and say, I know we going to score 45. You know what I mean? So, and maybe them playing on the road, even if you cut it in half, that's 23? 23 might get it done. So it's just... I really believe the Chiefs could beat, or not the Chiefs, the Dolphins could beat a lot of teams in the AFC. But let's move on.